What's up, everybody? Brandon here with Fold Up Games. How the heck are you doing today? I'm okay. I'm as neurotic and weird as ever. I want you to have an opportunity to laugh at me today and live and learn from my mistakes, so you don't have to make them. It's kind of funny. What I did was I kind of totally murdered my enthusiasm the other day accidentally, and it might have been. Maybe I just had a long weekend and not doing anything, and I was just like, really, I don't want to do anything. But what I really did was I tackled a tutorial, and it was kind of a little over my head. I was trying to make a game with some flying controls, and I did this really nice tutorial. It was from Games Plus James. He did a wonderful tutorial, and I'll link it in the description down below. He showed you how to do these flying controls with kind of a 3D spaceship and stuff with full controls. Very nice. Did a good job. But after I finished up with it and I'm looking at all the code, and what happened was it really just kind of struck me. I'm just like, oh my God, I would never think about any of the code that he just wrote. And I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to think about all that code. How the heck am I going to learn all this? And you get to this moment where you're kind of looking down over this cliff and you're like, I don't think I want to jump. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And it kind of just got into my head for a while, threw me off my game. Little pun. But I wanted to come back and encourage myself, and you're allowed to watch me encourage myself and gain some encouragement too. But remember this, first of all, it's okay. If a tutorial is a little over your level, don't expect to understand it all. So even though I understood what he's doing, because he did a good job explaining it, I'm like, I don't know how to write this stuff myself. I can copy paste what you're doing, but I felt like that wasn't good enough. That's not real learning. But I had to realize that his level is above my level in writing all that. So I have to be okay with that. Okay. The next thing is that I might not ever get to that level where I can write all that, and I have to be okay with that. There's a lot to be said for working on things that I can do and learning what I can do. Because I think that I'm always going to find somebody who knows more than me, right? No matter how much I know, no matter where my coding skills are, I'm always going to find somebody who knows more and is enough, to make me feel like I don't know half of what they know. And the truth is, you don't. You don't know half of what they know. And that's okay, because I am an independent learner. If you're watching YouTube for stuff, you're an independent learner too. If you were in a classroom setting, you'd have an encouraging environment and you'd have a teacher there to talk to and somebody who had an organized structure for you to go through step by step. If you're on your own, you are always going to wander into some more advanced lectures and not realize that you had just done it, I think that what I need to continue to do is to work on what I do know and to be encouraged by writing code that I do understand, okay? And to stick at that. That's why I did that video on starting with a simple game. And as you do that, as I continue to do that, you can add more to that repertoire. You can learn a little bit more. Okay, I got this working, I got that working, a little bit more. One of the games I did before I was working on the goldfish thing was I just had balls falling and going down a ramp. Okay, having goldfish that look nice and are swimming around with water and you can click on them and their score and all this stuff, that's a huge step from just having balls falling down a ramp. So instead of looking at how much you don't know, look at what you've learned so far and work where you're at and try not to get frustrated so easily. Accept yourself where you are and try to figure out what you can do with the skills that you've got as you continue to grow and learn. Don't expect a toddler to just jump up and take on a marathon and say, "Oh, you're a terrible marathoner, toddler. What's wrong with you?" Okay, that would not be a fair comparison. So give yourself a break today. Be encouraged. Do what you feel comfortable with video game coding. And again, harkening back to one of my other videos, I don't have to. Nobody's making me do any of it. It's supposed to be fun. If it's not fun, don't do it. If you want to succeed, if you want to get somewhere, you might have to put in a little bit of hard work and knuckle down and learn it. Or you could back up a little bit and start a little bit more simple instead of trying to push yourself to a point where you get frustrated. So give yourself some space today. Let yourself win. And I really appreciate you being here and watching this video. Appreciate you. Bye, everybody.